Hi, I'm Alex, and this is a time-lapse of me building a Roman shield for an end-of-year Latin class project that I had back in 9th grade. So what I'm doing here is cutting out the jig that I used to curve the piece of wood that made up the shield. The jig consisted of 3 or more pieces of 3/4 inch ply that were cut into a half circle. The jig also included pieces of wood that spanned across the 3 pieces of ply. These were used to connect the 3 pieces of wood to give structural stability and to give me something to connect the piece of wood I was forming to the jig. You can see here that I just attached the pieces of wood to the ply with screws. So here I'm soaking the wood in water. I just used a dip in my driveway that was lower than the rest and poured water into it to just cover it completely with water because the wood needs to be soaked before it can take any form. So as you can see here, I'm attaching the piece of wood that I soaked in the water to the jig in order to reform it into a curved shape that would match the shape that I wanted for the shield. So here I'm just cutting out a hole for the handle that I'm going to eventually add. It'll eventually be covered up by a foam boss to just make it look better. I'm cutting it with an oscillating saw because I felt that would be easiest. Next, I attached the wooden dowel that I used as a handle to the body of the shield with screws. So in order to get the red look that I wanted for the shield, I covered it in pleather or vinyl instead of painting it because I didn't want the wood grain showing through, and it felt like a realistic look that they would have had. Here I'm just cutting out the vinyl to attach it to the shield. After cutting out the vinyl, I tacked it down with thumbnails to the piece of wood so that I could get a measurement as to where I would cut out the hole for the handle in the vinyl itself. After I was done working with the vinyl, I cut down the piece of foam that I had to a square and it marked out the center of it so that I could find out where the round piece would go in the piece of foam. And then now I'm just shaping said round piece with a Dremel and a knife to fit the curvature of the shield itself. Now I'm just spraying the vinyl and the wood both with construction adhesive so that I can attach the vinyl to the wood and have a real nice tight bond between the two. I did this with both the back side and the front side of the shield to attach the vinyl. With the front side, however, I had some overhang, which was intentional, that I just stapled down to the wood and vinyl. Here I'm painting the wing design onto the shield with black paint, and eventually there will be some gold overlaid on top of the black paint. Here I'm attaching the foam boss onto the wood with Gorilla Glue and thumbtacks that I nailed into the wood through the foam. Here's the final product. I was very happy with what it ended up looking like, and it turned out to be a very fun project for me to build. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them down in the comments below. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.